which was the big market teams who have the most money will just pay for the best players. And the small market teams won't have any money, and they'll eventually wither away. We'll just have New York playing against Chicago, playing against Los Angeles. What fun. It'll destroy the sport. So, they came to an agreement. And it came to an agreement called the collective bargaining agreement, where the union now was involved. And the union negotiates a deal every year with the NFL called collective bargaining agreement for a term. Every agreement has a term. All parties are represented. And every year, when they get to a point, what are they all arguing over? Business people? Money. I'll help you out. The root of all this is money. Everybody wants the money. In the football league, how much money are we talking about? In basketball, how much money are we talking about? Owners don't want to tell the players. Players want to know the information so they know what to divide up. That's what the big fight is. And when the players can't get what they want and can't reach a collective bargaining agreement, what is their threat? They threaten to strike. And they've done it in the past. They did it in the National Basketball Association. We had replacement players. They've done it in the National Football League. They've done it in baseball. Nobody wants a strike. Not the owners, not the players. I remember Kenny Anderson? That last lockout. Kenny Anderson, one of the greatest basketball. You guys know basketball. You guys, who really thinks they know basketball here? Kenny Anderson was the greatest basketball players to come out of New York. Okay? Not the brightest bulb in the pack, but a great, great, great guard. And he played for, Boston? Played for one of the teams. He had a huge contract. And in the negotiations, the players were attempting to work out an arrangement. The owners locked them out. And Kenny was quoted as saying, I got to get this. I can't be locked out. I've got 12 cars I got to pay for. And I got to put gas in my 12 cars. And, I was working with the union at that time, one of the advisory lawyers, and somebody shut this guy up, because one of the things you like to have is some public support when you are in this business of negotiating publicly of union versus owners being the bad guys holding back the money to the players. And then I got a player over here talking about his 12 calls. We can't generate much public sympathy. Some jackass talking about putting money in his 12 calls. So, Kenny, shut up, please, so we can work out a deal. But you try to work these things out. Player associations work out collective bargaining agreements. What happens in football is collective bargaining agreements are worked out. The information is shared. Revenue is split. Players make a certain amount of money. They don't get, the only thing guaranteed is signing bonuses. They don't have guaranteed salaries, but every collective bargaining agreement is different. One might wonder, why did NBA players have guaranteed salaries and NFL players don't? Because the union negotiating the collective bargaining agreement for the NBA players worked out a different deal. What happens? That's why sports industry players are making a lot of money. What happens in the music industry?
No union.
Exactly. There's no union. Or if there is a union, it's just pathetic. Nobody pays any attention to it. So what happens when, well, there's several things. What happens when a musician negotiates a deal with a record company? Let's talk about the standard record company deal. Does anybody know what the standard record company deal is? Who knows music?
Isn't there robbery though?
Huh?
Isn't there robbery though with artists when they sign to a record label?
Robbery?
Yeah.
Robbery how?
Majority of all contracts.
Can I use this board back?
Yes.
I still have a little time?
Yes.
How does it go up?
Right here.
Robbery. Go ahead. I like your robbery.
Musicians, most of them, when they sign a contract, they don't have any. So, with the music, basically, nobody know how to hear those music, make their CDs, make flyers, they'll pledge it.
Thanks.
And they use all that pledge work, so artists is not barely getting nothing. So
why is the artist barely getting anything? Okay. I'll be quick, okay? Help you out. Did you write on first? You know this, because I've done this. All right, standard record company deal. artist lies with record company. And what is a record company really? I'll help you. Record company is really a distributor. We need someone to distribute, right? Product. Okay. So they work on a deal with a distributor. Now, okay, I can make a record and I can sell it myself. What's the problem with that? I can only go so far. If you give it to me here in DC, I can go around town and sell it. Right? Get that far. What does the record company have to offer? Guess what? I can sell it worldwide. If it's a hit, I can sell it worldwide. Okay, but you have to twist it, tweak it, whatever. So if an artist makes a great record, the record company says, I'm going to sell it worldwide. What's our deal? Well, here's our deal. You get 15%, and I get 85%. That's a good deal. Most of them are anywhere from 6 to 15%. Now, what does that mean? We're splitting the money. 85-15. And who knows what this happens? Who likes music business?
Everybody in the class knows what that is.
Learn that term. Read. Because you know what the record company says? The record company says, we split this money after we recoup. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, let's look at this. Wow, it's going to cost us studio time. You guys have engineers. Think of anything it costs to make a record.
Producers.
Anything. I was holding that one, but you're right. Producers. What else? What does it cost to make a record? I bring singers in. Someone's play, engineer, but a lot of things are done digitally now. So, musicians. Stevie has an Nat King Cole's old studio where things were done in the analog age. Now things are digital. Everything kind of goes through the computer. So but a lot of people like musicians. And the other problem is that some people don't know music, which creates a whole big problem. And I'll put this down here too. Now, how many of you know what that is? Who knows what sampling is? What is sampling? Yes?
Isn't it when artists take a little bit of music from somebody else or music that's already out there and then incorporate it into one of their new songs?
Exactly. Because what is a song? A song is a composition. What is a composition? Property. What is intellectual property? Rights to intellectual property. Right? And there's a copyright interest in intellectual property. So there are all kind of costs. What record companies say is after we've recouped all the costs, we'll split the money this way. So it sounds pretty good, right? So let's say it costs $1 million. That's not really all the money because when they market it, guess what? You got the tour. Guess what? Some people can't sing. Guess what? Some people can't dance. So we have to have all these supporting things around it. And guess what? Most of them are all broke. The majority of them, and I don't mean to insult variable, most of them they're not sitting in this room. They didn't get hardly close to this far in school. Okay? So we got a whole element of people we're trying to deal with here. But all of these costs go into, it could be another $1 million over here. And the record company's in the problem, we'll put all that up for you. Now, dollar comes in from the first unit sold. Let's just work on the $1. Okay? Let's say you would think that, okay, let's see, we have to sell, if our total costs are $2 million, all right, when the total sales get to $2 million, we can start splitting 85-65. Does that seem like a reasonable deal? Huh? Why not? Huh? Nobody. So, take an extreme example where it's done. Well, I'll help you out. Let's make this 0.5 and this 0.5. So when the total costs now are $1 million. So when $1 million of units are sold, we split the money. How about that? You okay with that? Who knows? You know the music deal. Business, right? Do they know the business? They know the business, right?
We haven't gotten to
Okay,
royalties and recoupments
I'm going to
yet.
be very clear. All right. Does that seem like a good split to you? Why not? Violation, I would say. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Say this again, sir?
You're absolutely nothing.
So,
Well, this is the deal that's in front of you. This is the deal that's in front of you. Let me help you out, because I'm really giving you a trick question. That's not the deal. It's just a lot of artists think that's the deal. That's not the deal. What is the deal? Come on, somebody tell me what the deal is. I'll help you out. Here's the deal. Out of the dollar that comes in, we're allocating 15 cents to you, artists. Okay, that's 15 cents out of each dollar. And it's not when the dollars all add up to $1 million that we split 50-50. It's when your 15% of the dollar adds up to $1 million. Then we split 50-50. Do you understand what I just said? It's okay?
Absolutely.
You want all this detail? Okay.
You guys will get it again, but now you're getting
Let me tell you
it
one more time.
directly.
First, I was asking you what you all thought was the deal, which everybody thinks is the deal. Okay. The record contract, first, the record contract is about 40 pages long. So in essence, it says, and it has 4 of the pages are recoupable costs. And there's a lot more, but we'll stick with this. The basic deal is 15%, 85% split after we recoup all of our money. So what you think is, okay, we make the money, and when the dollars that come in add up to $1 million, you split it 15% and 85%. But what it really amounts to is that when the dollar comes in, 15 cents goes to the artist, and 85 cents goes over here to the record company. And when the artist's 15 cents adds up to $1 million, then the artist can get paid. So they're recouped. Now here are my mathematicians that can explain to me which is the best situation, or why this is not a really good situation, because it's clearly not a good situation. The first understanding you had wasn't a good situation. Now, I'm sure this one is even worse. What would you say if you're an artist? What would you say? What? I mean, yes.
I mean, me personally looking at this, I would say I would probably make more money if I tried to sell my own CDs and keep all the money opposed to waiting until 15 cents is up to $1 million.
$1 million.
Right. So you would do better selling less, but keeping all the profits opposed to selling more.
Maybe.
Less profits.
Maybe. But you can tour. They'll let you keep your tour money. You know what I have? I have artists coming in when I try to talk to them about this. You know what I get? And I swear I've heard this. I don't care. I'll scrub their floors to do or get a record deal. I'm like, sweetheart, this is a business. You're not there to scrub their floors. You're there to generate some income. But there's such a romantic kind of thing going around getting a record deal, and there's such a lack of information, education amongst the artists that it's very, very sad. Because what happens to the poor artists? Poor artists that get it will say, get this, I don't like this deal. And guess what the industry says? The industry says, no problem, see you later. It's like Sissy Spacek, just like the pregnant woman in the coal mine trying to get leave to have a baby. Guess what they say? No problem. We just get the next, the another one sitting right out in the lobby. See you later. Bring this one in. Because why? I'll get a producer. Well, I didn't want to talk about the producer's percentage comes out of that. The sampling cost. I represent a guy named Marlon Williams. Marley, his name is Marley Long. Marley had housing hits in New York. Marley was a DJ at WBLS, Percy Sutton Station. Then he went on Hot 97. And in New York City, this goes to your thing. I mean, so many of the guys, Puffy, guys that go to New York City and decide they're going to form a record company. Why are they so successful as opposed to forming record companies here, the go-go guys that are here? What do you think? Because I'll tell you one thing. The go-go artists in D.C. are true musicians. Many of them come out of Duke Ellington School. I was on board of Duke Ellington School for 10 years. These guys are unbelievable musicians. I represented Chuck Brown. I had EU. We did Doing the Butt song. You know, I mean, I still have some shares in that, you know, from the copyright shares. But these guys are so successful here, but they want to stick true to their music. And usually this typical go-go song doesn't fit radio format. It's not 3 minutes. It doesn't have a beginning, a middle, and an end in terms of composition. It's very hard to market itself. And even when it is a big hit, how many people are in the D.C. area to buy it? D.C. only has 800,000 people. Let's say you're in New York City and you come up with a hit. How many people are in New York City? 10 million people. So if you get 1 million of the 10 million people to buy it, you can do something like you're talking about. And that's why so many great music careers have been launched in New York. Because you get a formula like a guy like Marley who has the hottest song. The hottest radio show. He can take a record and have 10 million people listen to it all day long if he wants, in and out. And he can, you know, it's kind of funny, how many of you have heard a record and you're like, that sucks. And about 5 days later, you're in there singing the song. Okay? Because it's very interesting. Marketing is a very interesting thing, psychologically. But you can make people sell it. Marley had this thing. So we had House of Hits. LL Cool J was one of his earlier songs. We did the Mama Said Knock You Out.